Ropeglide is helpful in patients with allergy to sulfur drugs. Alpha-glucosidase inhibitors slow rate of carbohydrate absorption from guts.
Are you wondering how you can simultaneously learn and effectively watch all your adventure movies, cartoons, and series? Do you think you can actually watch all the latest movies and still make up for your academics? Is it possible to play all your exciting games on your computer and have access to your important learning information you may possibly forget? Hey, you want to play your PC games but you are afraid you may fail exam. Do you think there's a solution to this? Do you want to watch your educative video tutorials and have all your important statements in the other subjects as well you have entered over the years? Do you want to avoid the stress of going back to textbooks several times before absorbing your important notes? Is it possible to watch all your fantastic football matches in all the leagues and still learn on your computer at the same time? Are you drawn away from your football passion because of academic pressure? Can you watch all your inspirational sermons from well-seasoned men of God across the world and view your important academic statement on your computer at the same time? Do you want to maintain the spiritual atmosphere and still have your high-yield notes at your fingertips? Is there any way you can perform other activities on the computer like browsing, reading a PDF, manipulating your folders and still read your important learning information at the same time? Do you want to project your notes on top of your computer screen at all times even when performing different activities on the computer?
Do you want to make a dictionary of high bullet points for yourself as student so you can use it whilst you're practicing or possibly pass it to a friend, relative or your child who may choose to study your course? Do you want to condense all your notes into one user-defined dictionary throughout your life as a student and avoid the stress of carrying a heap of papers around?
Are you looking for a way to set your questions which would be used in a user-defined quiz which can be used for assessing your strength on how well you've absorbed your own notes? Do you think you can measure how well you've absorbed your important notes before examination? Do you want to be extra prepared before you enter the examination center?
It will be possible to appreciate what your friends are learning in your class or in other schools across the world by copying the data onto yours. Is it possible for a medical, law, business, pharmacy, political science or any other tertiary student to appreciate fully what is taught in his country or elsewhere concerning his course?
Relax. You have no cause to fear. With high-yield application, you can effectively combine your studies with football, games, movies, sermons or video tutorials or other PC activities. Follow me as we go through how to use high-yield application.
It opens. We are welcomed with a nice panel displaying a summary of all what the application is about. We see a text blinking on top of our screen here. Our high-yield statements are to replace the text when we make entry. Also beneath our nice panel is a motivational quote which changes every minute. The name you see here is your machine name. It is detected automatically when you open the application. However, it is replaced by your username when you complete your profile. We click OK to hide the panel so we could get access to our PC. To display the menu, we either right-click the high-yield statement on top of our screen, or we right-click the high-yield icon in our system tray here. Profile. The first thing to do is to enter your username and profile picture. Right-click the statement of the icon in the system tray and choose Edit Profile. Click Create and enter your username. I enter my username James. I then select and upload my profile picture, after which I click Save. My profile is now ready for me. Enter new statement. There are 3 ways of doing entering new data. 1. On your menu options, choose and click Enter New Data. 2. Click Ctrl+N simultaneously. 3. Just double-click your high-yield statement being displayed on your screen. The Add High-Yield point panel opens. We are required to enter the high-yield statement as concise as possible in the text box provided. For example, we enter our high-yield statement in the text box provided here. My statement is, Crohn's disease is characterized by skip lesions. Next, I'm supposed to provide the subject of the course with its subcourse, subject. The main course is GIT and the subcourse is pathology. Hence, we enter GIT pathology. Note that you can use the structure of your course to filter your display content. Hence, by filtering the subject GIT, it gives you all the data pertaining to GIT, whether pathology, anatomy or histology. The moment you make your filter value GIT pathology, you are going to have only the pathology part of GIT displayed. Next, I enter the topic, pathology of the gastrointestinal tract. Note that you can store as much information on this topic as possible and use the filter option to display only statements stored under this topic. Then next, I am required to enter the academic year, 2016-2017 academic year, and semester, say first semester. After these, we are required to enter a question that will be used for the quiz to assess you on how well you remember your high-yield statement. By clicking the Modify Your Statement into Question, it copies your statement into this text box. You then take away the keyword from the statement to replace it with short dash lines. You then enter our answer, which is the missing keyword. Note that the answer to the question to be written in your quiz should have the same words, structure and punctuations as your keyword. Hence, any spelling mistake will render your answer invalid. After entering your data, you click the Save button beneath the data grid table or Ctrl+ spacebar simultaneously. Note, after saving, you should see a message box telling you your data is saved. Else your data and subsequent data will not be saved. You usually see a red arrow appearing here indicating that your data is not stored. You are required to click Refresh and re-enter your data from when last it was unsaved. Your statement now appears on top here. If you want to add more statements after saving, you click the Add New button here or simply Ctrl+N simultaneously. We then enter the statement and the question, which is optional, after which we click Save. Let's input our second statement. Ulcerative colitis is characterized by continuous lesions. The subject is still GIT pathology. The topic is still pathology of the gastrointestinal tract. The academic year is still 2016-2017 academic year and semester is still the same as the first, so we go straight away to the question. We replace the continuous as keyword with dashes in the question text box. We then go to the answer text box and type continuous lesions. We then save our data. Let's enter our third statement. Inguinal layer is the rollback layer of external oblique muscle. The subject of course is the same GIT, but this time around it's anatomy, so we replace the pathology with anatomy. Hence the subject is GIT anatomy. The topic is now anterolateral abdominal wall muscle, so we clear the text box using the clear text radio button here and make our input. The year is still 2016-2017 academic year and the semester is still first semester. We then go to the question and replace the keyword external oblique with dashes in the sentence structure. Then we enter our keyword external oblique in the answer text box and save it. The fourth statement is blood supply to the rectum is by superior rectal artery. The subject is the same GIT anatomy, but this time around we would be specific and hence we would add blood supply to the subject. Note that when you want to filter and you choose only GIT, it displays all your first four statements. When you choose GIT anatomy, it displays your last two statements. But when you choose GIT anatomy blood supply, it displays only this and the other GIT anatomy blood supply statements. The topic is anatomy of the large intestines. The semester is still first semester and the academic year still 2016-2017 academic year. We then enter our question here. We then click Ctrl plus space bar to save our data and then Ctrl plus N to add new data. Next, we enter our fifth statement. All Bordetella species are obligate aerobes except Bordetella petri. The subject is infection and immunity, bacteriology. And the topic is Bordetella. The year is still 2016-2017 academic year and the semester is still first semester. We then enter our question. All Bordetella species are obligate aerobes except. We then enter the answer, Bordetella petri, into the answer text box and then click Ctrl plus N to add new data. Our sixth statement is, interleukin 4 and interleukin 5 promote isotype switching. The subject is infection and immunity immunology. The topic is antibodies. We enter our question, which interleukins promote isotype switching. We then enter our answer, which is the keyword interleukin 4 and interleukin 5, and then click Ctrl plus spacebar to save it. The semester is still first semester and the academic year still 2016-2017 academic year. Our last statement for now is chromodulin stabilizes mast cells. The subject is infection and immunity immunology, pharmacology. The topic is immunopharmacology. Note Note that by using the same subject structure, you can filter your statement to display only pharmacology statements in immunology under infection and immunity. The academic year once again is 2016-2017 academic year, and the semester is first semester. To delete an item, after selecting it, you click Delete, after which you save it. Click Search button to send you to the search panel. Search. You also get access to the search panel search in the menu options. Now with search, we can 1. Search our data, starting from the first word by entering our data here and clicking search. After searching for the desired statement, it appears in the selected statement area. When we right-click on the selected statement, we can either edit the statement or delete it permanently. 2. We can use the second search by other parameters to check the total number of records we have made in terms of subjects or academic year, a semester, a topic of the year, per month, date of data entry. For instance, if I want to check the total number of records I have made in the GIT subject, I enter GIT here in the subject text box just here and click Search. It displays the total number of records I have beneath here. If I want to specifically check for the total number records I have in GIT pathology, I enter that in the subject text box and click Search. Similarly, we can search the total number of records in a particular academic year by first clearing the text in the subject text box, using this button and then entering the academic year of desire, after which we click Search. We can do the same for semester, entry date and topic using the same procedure. Filter. Now we can filter our content to make it display statement from a particular topic, academic year, semester, a particular year, per month, date. We choose filter from the menu options and then select the category we want to filter. For example, we want to filter the content from 2016-2017 academic year, first semester, from the course, infection and immunity. Pertaining the subject, we saw two main inputs but with several other sub-subjects made: 1. GIT and 2. Infection and immunity. However, we didn't specify the subcourse, so by telling the app to filter, for example, only content of GIT, it displays everything in GIT, both anatomy and pathology. We see it display only filtered statements on top. Change display speed. To change the speed at which the statements display on your screen, we click on Change Display Speed from the menu options. Then choose the desired speed. For instance, we can change the speed to 1 minute. We can also change the text color using Change Text Color. Let's choose red. We can also change the font size from the menu options into a larger size or a smaller one. Show on top. Now your high-yield statement appears on top of your screen such that you can watch a movie, play a game or read your PDFs and read your statements at the same time. To change this setting, go to Show on Top and make it false. Desktop mode. If you want your statement to appear bigger and bolder on your desktop, click on Desktop Mode from your menu options and Ctrl+D simultaneously. Your high-yield statement appears on your desktop in random order like this. You can move it to any part of the screen you desire. By right-clicking on it, you can change the text color, display speed, edit the statement of View Previous, Next Statement.
Ropeglide is helpful in patients with allergy to sulfur drugs. Alpha-glucosidase inhibitors slow rate of carbohydrate absorption from guts.
By exiting the desktop mode, you go back to the TV mode. Quiz. Now, as mentioned earlier, you can test your level of confidence in your own high-yield statements using the quiz. On the menu option, go to Quiz and choose the subject or topic or semester you want to assess yourself. For example, let's take statements from a particular subject, say, GIT Anatomy, and click Filter. It then links us to the quiz panel. Our question appears here and we are expected to provide the answer in the same words and structure as the keyword I entered. The quiz begins. We have 2 questions in all to answer. Let's start answering the questions. I enter the question in the same structure as my keyword and click Submit when done. When wrong, we are shown the correct answer. We can also view the answer if you have no clue to the question being asked to skip it altogether. At the end of the game, your total statistics appear in percentages so you can assess your strength on your high-yield statement. Timer. High-yield app helps you monitor your time effectively. It comes with a timer that automatically starts when the app opens. It is the effective time that actually starts when the app begins to run. You can view it by hovering your cursor over the high-yield icon in the system tray like this. You can pause, continue or reset the timer using the timer from the menu options. The non-effective time is the time spent on all other things aside your studies such as break, nap, social media chat, etc. It starts automatically when you pause the timer and stops when you continue. To view the non-effective and effective time, you select it from the timer in the menu options. So at the end of the day you will be able to know the time you've spent effectively on your studies and on other things as well. Alarm. You can also set an alarm or reminder to alert you at a particular time to change your course of action. You click Alarm or Control plus Shift plus A simultaneously. You then enter the hour and minute you want to be alerted and click Set Alarm. When the time is up you will be alerted. How to open multiple instances of the application independent of each other. To do this you just click the icon on your desktop as many times as you want. Your statements open for you independently. You can now carefully separate them and filter each to display different content, and you can use different colors for each of them. For example, let me choose yellow display color for the first one and a display speed of 1 second. Let me also choose red for the second statement and a display speed of 10 seconds. Let me make the display color of the third statement white and display speed of 30 seconds. By clicking on Add Blank Background from your menu options, you make the background black, so you can see your statements well. Note that you can filter each and every statement independently to display different subject or topic statements compiled in a particular academic year. Registration. This app is a trial version and hence you have a limited number of times to visit the application. To purchase the full version so you can use it permanently, you click Register from the menu options and click the link label here. You then enter your license number and click Register. Help. If you have any problem with the use of this app, click on Help from the menu options. By doing so, the help form opens and it takes you through the effective use this application. Troubleshooting. Anytime you see a message indicating that a particular field is null, just click Continue and move on with your application. To solve the problem permanently, look for the empty field and fill it with something. How to merge someone's data with yours. High-yield application allows you to add someone's data to yours. With this, you can make your friends studying the same course, say medicine, but in other schools, install and use the high-yield application. You then take the data via pen drive, email, Telegram or WhatsApp onto yours, so you could appreciate what is being taught in other schools as well, when you add the data to yours. To copy someone's data onto yours, you go to the person's Drive C. In his Drive C, gently open the High-Yield folder. ND, Base A. Then debug. Copy and paste the High-Yield DB. Access database file into your pen drive. The path is shown on your screen. Note that you are required to copy only the access file in this path and not the whole folder. After this, you can gently eject your pen drive from his once you are sure his data is copied. After having copied the data from your friend, bring it to your laptop. Go to his pen drive. Open his High-Yield DB. Access database file on your pen drive and double-click it to open. Double-click on Table 1 to open your table. Now you have to choose the desired data to copy. For example, if you want to choose what he did just the previous semester, you enter into one of the cells of the academic year of your choice, say 2016-2017 academic year. From the list of menu options that opens, choose and click on equals 2016-2017 academic year. Do the same for the semester by going to a cell containing your desired semester, say first semester, right-click and choose equals first semester. Next, click Ctrl+A. Simultaneously to highlight all your data. After that, click Ctrl+C or right-click and choose Copy to copy your data onto the clipboard. Kindly close the Access database file and when asked whether you are sure you want to copy the large data onto the clipboard, choose Yes. Having copied his data on your pen drive, go to your Drive C to High-Yield folder, to Base A. Then to Debug. Open your High-Yield DB. File and paste data you copied on the last record. The path is shown on your screen. You realize that the name of the person from whom you copied the data appears in the database. Don't forget to save your data. When you open your High-Yield application, your friend's data appears here in your High-Yield statements that run on top of your screen. You can also view the total number of records available so far using the search tool, where you click on the search button and see the total number beneath the data grid table here. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. I'm James.